Good morning, everybody. This is Lynn from A Bit of Birdsong. I have a journal that is going into the shop right now. I finished it up yesterday. It is a writing journal, but it has so many pretty things in it. The cover is cloth, and I build the cloth covers over file folders. I've probably shared that more than anybody wants to hear. I love this fabric. This is an upholstery fabric. And this is from the fabric I found not long ago with the little paper dolls on it, and then some bird fabric. And that's from a really old, large, beautiful tablecloth. So getting inside, it is just full of blank space for writing. But again, I tried to put something pretty on every page. There are a couple of little bookmark or note card type things in the front. You could write on this or put any like personal information, your name or whatever, to kind of identify the journal. And here's just a bookmark that says Think Happy Thoughts. I love the design on that. It had one of the tassels made from the like nylon thread, but I don't care for those, so I switched it out. And this one, the colors are just neutral. A lot of, well, there's some pinks, a lot of beige and white, and the lace. So this first charm is like a little purse, and it's just clipped right onto the lace with this little girl on the front. There are some elements in here. Look, she's got her little charm bracelet, or a little purse around her wrist actually. But there are some elements in here that are more childlike, childish. I'm not sure what to say. I don't think childish is the right word. Maybe it is. So you can see they're just spaces to write. There are some old book pages in here from a storybook from the late 1800s. I believe it was 1897. And there is quite a bit of distressing. I love this old negative. It looks like a couple of children sitting in the yard with their dog. And there are a couple of pockets in here just to slip things into. I have to kind of be careful going into these. I know that material can tear. So I would want to keep something in there that I'm not going to be taking in and out. There is an image from one of the TNs that I did. It has A Bit of Birdsong Trading Company. And just lots more spaces to write or to glue. This could be a glue book. Lots of pretty stamping and distressing. And a little piece of fabric that's partially quilted. Little pretty images. There's some elephants and the little dogs and flowers. And just little things. I love the little squirrel. Another one of the book pages. And this little charm says Made with Love. I love those little charms. Those are from Jay. So you have a little something from Jay in this journal. Thank you so much, Jay. And the stamp of the owl. And then part of a vintage tape measure. And more stamping. Some of this paper, this is pretty heavy, and there are some other pieces in here that are watercolor paper. So you do have pages that you could do a little more art on. There's a tiny little picture there, and a flower stamp. I just think this journal is, sometimes I want one just to write in. I need some clear space, places for my eyes to land so that I can think and just write things out. There's a little fairy sticker, and this is an old book page, one of the few actual book pages in here. And this is from some cards that are in my Etsy shop. These are vintage autographs from an autograph book around the early 1900s, I believe. And then there's an image from a large poster I had with vintage bird designs. Just more space to write and play. I love this little bucket. That was from some type of art or home decor magazine, and I just thought that was so sweet, and it seemed to fit in nicely with this book. There's a bird stamp, and it says Sweet Songbird, and there's another pretty postage stamp, another one of the book pages. And I love these little paper clips. I bought quite a few of these because I want to make a zebra journal for my son, who proclaimed himself a baby zebra when he was about 3. So I bought some of those, and I thought they were cute in this journal. The strings in this are cut fairly short. I really like that in this one. You could definitely add some small charms if you wanted to be in the center. And if you want something hanging on the outside, sometimes I take heavy cord or whatever and just wrap it around whatever page I want it to be and tie it in a knot at the top and put whatever I want to. That's the fun thing about these journals. This is an old paper doll that I scanned. This was in that scrapbook from around 1900, and I had to do a little bit of work. She had some folds in her, a few wrinkles, but I thought she turned out really, really sweet. And another piece of the quilted fabric, and a book page, more stamping. And I love that bright pink hen there with the egg. And again, these pockets, I would not, vellum is so pretty, and it would be fun to put something in there that you can see all the time and not have to ever take it out, because it can tear. And I decided to use it. I love this blue, but I would just be careful putting a lot of strain on that where those stitches are. And this first pocket is a little more snug, I think, or maybe it's just the angle. So I would put something in there that you're not going to be taking out, something that you just want to see in there. And then there's a tab from more of that poster that had all the beautiful bird images. And there's a date. It just says 5/20. That's the day that I finished up this journal. And then another little charm. This one is a giraffe. This is so cute. But again, I was just thinking about children going to the zoo, and it kind of ties in with just the fun, sort of light nature of the book. And a little mailbox with some letters in it. To have as many pages as it does, this one lays pretty flat. I really like the way this one turned out. I love this little piece of paper. I think that came from a greeting card. And then there's another portion of that there. And this is something I printed out. I may have these in the shop as well. There's some little little note cards that I designed to go in journals. And it's got the 4 paper corners that are glued down. So I love the way that turned out as well. Just more stamping, more space to write. Letter B there. I think Alejandrina sent me some of these little letter cards. I think that's right. Thank you for everything you sent. There's a camera image. Just more pages to write. And of course, one of the prong fasteners. They're fun to work with. You could put a little entry under here. And then there's an old cigar label. And the very outer page, where it's folded, it has this really pretty old embroidered piece on it from a tablecloth. And there's another part of that here. This is an image that I printed out from an old photograph that I have. These 3 siblings. Look at the dresses. This is just a beautiful image. And I stamped Birdsong on the back, and that's in this very back pocket. So that is that journal. That's going into the shop right now. The link will be below. And thank you so much to my new subscribers. I really appreciate that. Welcome to my channel, and I look forward to checking out your channels. So I have something else to show you. I'll do that in a different video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.